Hi guys, this is Ryan Ho back with another video. Today I want to talk about the Ifi Zen Dac and how this can make your music sound better. So basically why someone would buy something like this is if like your DAC and amp inside your computer is either not strong enough to drive your headphones or it doesn't sound good enough and you want something that has a better DAC that can make your music sound better. And the other thing that's good about this product is it's really small and it's really skinny, so it fits in a lot of places versus like bigger DACs as well. And then the other thing I like about it is that it only uses one USB cable plug in to not only charge it, but also output the music. So it's very convenient just to have one cable instead of like another power cable to connect to it. However, this doesn't come with a external power supply, but you don't need it if you plug it in with a USB. Anyways, let's talk about the build quality and the buttons and what I like about it. And then we can talk about like sound. So when it comes to the build quality of this thing, it's literally very sturdy, all metal. You can hear it. It's nice and hard and sturdy. I like it. It should last a while. From the front, we have a power match, which is basically volume or gain. If you need more volume, you click it and then it goes up. And then we have this button called True Bass. I actually really like this button. I didn't even think I was going to use it when I first bought it. I was like, oh, it's probably like too much bass. But actually, it's pretty good. When I combine this with my Gold Planar 2000 headphone, it makes that headphone go from like bass light to like just right. Maybe a little bit more bass than I want, just by like maybe 20%, but it sounds really, really, really good. And I really like it. So combined with this headphone, plug it into the balance port. So we'll go over the ports. So this is the unbalanced port where you can plug it in with the 1/4-inch jack. And right here is a balance cable, which is 4.4 Pentacon balance. So if your headphone comes with that, this plug is good because it'll give you balance. And instead of using the XLR, which is such a big connection, this is a lot better. And then of course we have this volume dial that's really nice, big, and it's very smooth. Actuation is nice. And on the back, it's just kind of the standard stuff. It has the digital input that powers and gets the music. And then we have RCAs if you want to use those to your amplifier, but I would say use the balance because the only reason why you would buy this is you want balance, not single-ended. And if you don't know what balance is, then maybe this is another product for you because you could use it single-ended, but I mean, if you wouldn't buy something that's a balance to use it single-ended really, but it's capable of doing that. And then it has this thing for variable and fixed as well. So if you have a variable, you could actually use the bass boost function in the front and it will actually carry through to your amplifier. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So also the Zen DAC can actually be combined with the Zen can, which is the amplifier through the 4.4 Pentacon in the back. These two cables. And that is kind of a really good stack if you want more power with the amplifier, which is good. The amplifier is really strong. My headphone doesn't even go that far. It's like that far. It's almost 12 o'clock on low gain. So it's a pretty powerful thing. And also has cooler functions that I'll talk about. But that's for the Zen Can review. So what makes this product so unique is the fact that the Zen DAC is a balanced DAC and an amp combo for $130. That's a really good price. Like the next cheapest DAC, balanced DAC I think of is probably like $200. And this also has an amplifier built in and it's small and compact. So this presents a lot of value for what's in here as well. And this amplifier is, there's stronger stuff out there, but this is plenty enough power to power a lot of things. I'll leave a link to like their website that has like a power calculator so you can see if your headphone would have enough power to power this, but this thing can power a lot of headphones. You'd be surprised. So let's talk about the things I don't like about this. Well, things, I mean, there's really only one thing I don't like about this product, and that has to be this USB cable length. It's short, so it's perfect for like a little laptop or something because you put it right next to it. But like if I'm using my PC, this is just not long enough. So then I have to go get another cable myself to have more extension. So a little longer cable would have been nice. And I mean, if I want to nitpick the next iteration of this, if they make another version, if you had a true bass like switch where you can turn the knob and adjust how much bass you want to add, that would be even better. But that's not really a criticism of this product, I guess. I've been doing the sound test with the Gold Planar GL2000 over here with the Zen Dac through the balance port. And you'd be surprised how much power this balance port gives out. Like, I literally don't even need to turn the dial past like 12 o'clock, barely. And in low gain mode. And it's so loud that, yeah, I would basically go deaf and hurt my hearing if I go past that. So definitely check the power requirements. This thing has a lot of power. So let's talk about sound. So most of the time I was using this headphones, the GL2000, to test it with, and I can definitely hear the improvement over my motherboard of my computer over here, which has like $150 gigabyte motherboard, which is like real tech basically. It's just something basic from the motherboard. And then I also tested it with the little Apple dongle. I could actually power my headphone, and it sounded pretty good, but it was not enough power. Definitely in this thing, it's only like 1 volt. It's not enough. And then I even tried it on a good old iPhone 6s, which honestly, this port sounds terrible, and I would not, I would not recommend ever using it. But basically, what I found was that the Zen Dac sounds a lot just wider, more spacious. Like everything on like let's say my PC sounded more congested. Everything was like together and kind of mashed together. While this did a better job of making it not only more open, spacious, but yet a little bit more distinct on everything. And I felt that it definitely made things also smoother. Like the like high S's and T's are kind of just like toned down a bit, and they didn't really hear that harshness as much anymore. So overall, it was definitely an improvement. And if I had to like pick an arbitrary percentage on it, I would say like maybe it improved the sound by like 15%, maybe 20%. So for me, it's worth it and it's great. So that's how I describe the sound of this. And honestly, I talked about the true bass earlier, right? So true bass is actually like my favorite feature. I think it made my headphone go from like bass light and kind of like it was very like clean and detailed, but it wasn't like fun, right? And you click that true bass, everything sounded more like my closed back headphones. Like I have this, this is the HyperX Cloud Orbit, and this headphone has really good bass, and I wasn't getting that same performance off of my open back headphone. But when I clicked this button, it sounded like that really big boomy bass, and it was really enjoyable. And I think if you already have a headphone that's already like has good bass, this will just take it to over the top probably. But if you're looking for that over the top experience, that's definitely here in this button. But honestly, you can also like equalize, but some people don't want to do that, and it's kind of just easier to click one button and does everything for you. Another interesting thing about the Zen Dac is that it actually has these things called filters that you can download in the firmware that actually changes the sound of it. So I found like when I first listened to it, it had this very like smooth and like kind of everything was kind of smooth and rolled off type of sound, and it kind of felt like I was losing some of the detail. So then they had another firmware, it's like 5.3C that you could like download and install. It got made things a little bit more sharper, more precise. So the fact that you can change the sound using like some firmware is kind of interesting and cool, and you can kind of choose which ones you want if you want to be that like nitpicky like I am. So in conclusion, would I recommend this product? And that's a definite yes. If you're looking for something that's improved the sound quality over like, you know, an Apple dongle, your PC, your laptop, this is definitely the way to go. And it's also obviously portable, pretty easy to take around, and doesn't take up much space, and it sounds good. And it's not too expensive, so that's the thing I like about it a lot. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Please like and subscribe down below. It'll really help my videos out. And I'll probably make another video for the Zen Can as well, coming up eventually. And then I'll probably review my headphone finally. And yeah, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.